round 2. Welcome everybody to episode 14 of the Counting Stitches vlog, podcast, whatever you want to call it. My name is Bianca. I am from the north of the Netherlands. You can find me on Revelry as Bianca SCH, on Instagram as Jeopardize with an H after the J. And those are all my socials. So it's been a while. Did I skip January? Yes. Did I skip February? Also yes. January was really busy. My friend was here and someone gave me the flu, so I got sick. February, which is kind of hard to pronounce for me actually. February. Yeah. Was busy at work. I had some stuff at the hospital. I had a tooth pulled. Yeah, do not recommend. But this one, 1st of March, on the dot, people. I planned for this one, so. In this one, I have 4 finished objects. I have 1 new cast on. I have 1 whip. I have 2 new books and some new yarn. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. My cat is very much awake, so he'll be by. He's there, actually. So yeah, let's get started. First one is my flax. So I made this pattern before. It's mid-hip. I didn't do the garter stitch. I just did pearls only on that side. I still need to block the sleeves out a little bit because they're a bit short. Yeah, just some discount yarn I had in stash. I started this last year. I think I showed it on a previous episode. Finished some stuff in between and then picked this up. Sunday? Saturday? Maybe a little more earlier than that. Yeah, just had to finish the sleeves, so. And there the cat is. Short rows in the back, because I don't want to feel like I'm choking. It's pretty loose. I didn't do gauge, swatch, anything. Yeah, not much to say. I'm pretty happy about it. What you doing? What you doing? Can you sit on the floor for a bit? Yeah. So yeah, it's for me. I'm doing a lot of gift knitting at the moment, so this one's for me. I felted my other one accidentally. Though accidentally is a big word, because I followed all the rules in the instruction and the thing still went sour. So yeah, it was with drops and I haven't washed the thing. I pressed it and it still felted. And I could say it was accidental, but it's the second project with that brand that's happened with. So yeah, okay, moving on. Second one I've shown on the last one, which had about 8 views, so I'm not sure how many people actually saw this one. It's the sweater for my uncle, which I will take time on Friday. So yeah. It's been lying. There you go. It's the Darth Vader sweater. It's the biggest project I've made to date because my uncle's a big guy. He 3D printed some stuff for me, so I made him a sweater. Quid pro quo, right? So yeah. He's been pretty excited to get it. I doubt. My grandma used to knit sweaters for all of us, so I think that would have been the last time he's gotten a sweater. And my grandma's been away for close to 20 years, so made him a sweater. And my uncle has this foundation that helps people get out of social, what do you call it, exclusion, social. It's meant for people who don't have a lot of people they know in their direct environment, or have anxiety, and they provide them with a safe space where they can come and just chat, have coffee, and play games and stuff like that. They also cook together and all that kind of stuff. They also do a karaoke night every once in a while. And my uncle doesn't live that close to me. If I go to his place for it, I can't get back home. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I don't drive. I don't have a driver's license, and I have a mobility scooter because I'm disabled. So the trains here are very accessible. I can just drive right into the train, go to his place, and get out there. The downside is that trains stop driving like at midnight or 1, so I'm unable to get back home if I want to stay longer than that. So my aunt and uncle let me stay at their place. My niece says, split the coop, so to say. So they have a spare bedroom, they let me stay there. So I can just enjoy the party. We go through 3, 4 in the morning, and then we go back to their place. We sleep, and I go back home after that. So they never make any fuss about it. But I wanted to thank my aunt as well. So I made my uncle the sweater, and I made my aunt, which she doesn't know about this, so I made her a modified Vila. Let me flip it. So I made her the same sizes I made mine. I just made it longer because mine ends right at the top of the sweater. Yeah, that was a complicated word. It's not even a sweater, but pants. Holy moly, pantaloni. On top of the pants. You're right. So I made this one longer. So if I hold it up, you can see it's longer. I added pockets, which is basically just a small patch with an opening. There are more buttons because of the length. Let me scooch up on you. There we go. And I omitted the ruffles. My aunt is not the type to wear that. So yeah. Yarn I used is for the Darth Vader. It's all discounted yarns. Because my uncle didn't want me to use anything fancy. This is a thrifted yarn, actually. I bought 1,000 grams of Himalaya, which I spoke about in like 2 or 3 episodes ago. I had 1,000 grams of it. I paid 10 euros. Yeah, just went to town really. I have some left, so I can actually make a scarf and a hat if I wanted to. It was kind of scratchy to work with, but now that I've washed and blocked it, it is awesome. It is soft, it is squishy, it is fun. It also smells a lot better, because that's the downside of working with thrifted yarns. They tend to smell a bit funky. So yeah. Instead of, what was it, 8 buttons, I did 12, 4, 6, 8, 12 buttons. The buttons were also thrifted, found them locally at a thrift store. Needles I used were thrifted. So everything on this project was thrifted. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Some halfway through the project, I spilled something on it, and the white fluff that's in here got stained yellow, so I was pretty worried if I would be able to get that out. I was, luckily, so yeah, gives me hope for my sock, because my sock was in the same bag. And in that respect, I can understand people using project bags, because I just dump everything in my backpack, including my groceries, and sometimes I will mess up. So yeah, I started the project on January 14th, finished it February 19th from memory, so did good on that. Used 3mm and 3.5mm needles for its several lengths to accommodate stitches. It is a fun project. It's Vila from Marzena Koznatnik. I still can't pronounce it. Marzena. She does these really romantic style things, and the construction is always fun. So yeah, I just went with it, really. I figured I could modify stuff I really wanted to. The pockets were a guess. Had they not worked, I would have just closed the holes and pretended it didn't happen, but it worked, so it's fine. Yeah, size 4. I made a size 4, so that's it, really, on that one. We have one more. Let me just have some tea. Try not to boot the cat off the couch, because we'll be honest, it has happened before. So in between the big projects, I needed something small. So, and I had 4 balls of random yarn I got at a discount, planning on making a vest with it for my mom. It didn't work out. Though if I had waited any longer, it would have worked out, because my mom is getting smaller. So yeah, I made from a random YouTube video, I can't remember, a turtleneck with a hood, and I'm not sure. I still need to weave in the ends. I'm not sure if I like it, because it's supposed to go like right there, and it doesn't. It's like, if I just put it on, which is looking like, you don't want this right up on your nose. That's annoying. So, and the hood is fine, like, but I wouldn't want to wear it right up there. So I would just go like this, really. I can't remember who made the tutorial. If you look it up, hooded cowl, she'll pop up. But yeah. So you can totally, but the hood will do weird stuff. So yeah, hooded cowl. If you have any vanity about your hair, don't do it. I don't, so I will just go fluffy. So yeah, good. I'm still here. That last flu really did a number. Like, I haven't had prednisone in like 2 years or something, and this flu was like, hey, I like your lungs. So yeah, did not enjoy it very much. Still have the cough. It wasn't like COVID or anything, but it's just a flu. Like, took me out for like 2 weeks. Hey, bounced back. Just cough a little. Let's do scratching first and then keep on going. Let's talk about my sock. You know, the one I really nearly had done was way too big. I frogged, started again. I'm doing it toe up now. It's starting to look like a sock, and like there's the yellow stain that was also in the cardi. So, but it got out of there. I'm hoping the same for this. I already rinsed it once with some soap, but it just needs a good wash, and I'm terrified of losing stitches because at that point I was still like right over the stain. Foot is done, toes are in, heel is in, started the leg. I've now reached the point where I need to increase because I have chunky calves and these need to go over the knee because they will be part of my period piece early 1900s, and I am going to add garters to keep them up. So I have enough of the yarn. It's long yarns, German brand, it's easy to get. So I have 2 stitch markers right in the back, and you can see where I am increasing. I am in the middle of increasing here, so they don't add up yet, and then I'm gonna add 10 rows and increase every 10th row. That's the plan at this point. If I start and find out that I am adding increasing too fast, I will go up to 15 or 20 rows depending on how it goes. Best part about toe up is I can just try it on. So at some point I will have issues with the circumference of my needles because I am chunky. So it's gonna take some work, but I'm okay with that. I knew what I was getting into. Should be fine. Not much to say about this one. 2.5 millimeters. Long yarns, and I'm just making it up as I go. I have started with toes at a total of 64 stitches, so it should be fine. And then a new project, which I'm pretty excited about. This is also thrifted yarn. This is something I hadn't found before. It is King Cole, price-wise. And this is their color Cinder Toffee. I have sweaters come to quantity of this. I know this is like English, I think. I haven't seen it before. One of the stores where I work had it. 45 cents each. So I have like 5 or 6 because I have sweaters come to tea. Thus far, it's fine to work with. It is 100% acrylic, which my family doesn't mind. We're like, it has 320 yards or 290 meters. It is 100 gram, made in Turkey, made under license for King Cole Ltd, shipped in UK. So it's a UK brand. Supposed to work with 4mm needles. So yeah, and I am making my mama's sweater with it. And it looks kind of tiny, but it has a lot of stretch, and it's on small wires. So I've not attached the collar yet. I'm freewheeling. Yeah, so I'm freewheeling. So this is the full collar. It will attach on the inside to make a folded one, like so. And then I'm doing some work on the front and the back. The sleeves I'm leaving clear to get like a retro vintage vibe on it. The stitch is called the Flax smocking, which isn't that hard. really. It's in this case 13 row repeat over 6 stitches. So the only thing that's making it difficult is you're also doing increases for front and the back, and every time you pass this stitch over you need to switch from either purling to knit or the other way around. So yeah, it's fun. I started this 2 days ago, late at night, and this far I'm enjoying this pattern really. Mom is already scared she won't fit. She was also scared for Flax being too small, but it will stretch just fine. And I'm still here, so we're getting there, and we'll get there. I am taking notes. Not sure I'm gonna do something with set notes, but I might, and who knows, right? If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, we'll let it go. Pretend it didn't happen. So yeah, it doesn't have a name. It's just my mom's sweater at this point. So I might give it a name once I get some more and actually can see what I'm doing. Yeah, the colors are really close actually. My dad, being the man he is, thought it was the same color. It's not. It's slightly darker. But my mom has a dark complexion. Like, she has black hair and darker skin. So this is a color that looks really good on her. Like, this would be too pale. This one, yeah. So that was that. And those are all my whips. Like I said, it's weird. It's been a weird couple of months for me. So yeah, should be getting better. Planning on a trip with myself. I'm also doing karaoke Friday, and it's my birthday Saturday. So yeah, I'm turning 36. So we'll see. I don't have any plans for my birthday itself. I'm just doing little stuff up front. I am getting cake, because you can't do a birthday without cake. You ready for some yarn? Yeah, let's do yarn first, and then the whip that isn't mine is gonna wait. So these are all thrifted yarns. Every single one of them. I have either enough for a top or a sweater. This one I can do sweater. I have 3 of these. I have 6 or 7 of these, which I think I can make something. This is Borgo de Pazzi, Firenze, Suavia, 65% wool, 20% kid mohair, 15% silk. Made in Italy. It is 50 grams or 150 meters or 164 yards. And you're using a 4.5 or a 5 millimeter, which I forgot about my mom's sweater. I am using a 3.5 and a 4 millimeter needle. And this one is like really vibrant. I think it's their color 63. Yeah, this one. I like that very subtle halo on this one. And this is 72. So like I said, I have a couple of these. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that. But my goal this year is to put more out than in stash. So we'll see how it goes. If I keep this up, it won't go anywhere. Nowhere. And then I found vintage, well, retro really, which the Hema is a local store. It is still in business. It is not a yarn store. It is a department store. They sell anything from coffee, bread, stuff to put on bread, small snacks, ice cream, baby clothing, curtains, school supplies. They will sell anything and everything. So this is a vintage yarn of theirs. Sometimes these pop up in the thrift stores. This is a wavy one, which I think is fun for summer things. Excuse me. And these are 50 grams, 70% acrylic, 25% cotton, 5% polyester. It is 105 meters, and I wouldn't be able to tell you the yards because, yeah, I'm Dutch. So anyone out there, like, I know it's about, what, half, I think? No. So this is 150 to 164, so this would be 119 yards. 19 yards, approximately. Original price was 2 gulden 25 cents. So now I paid 35 cents each. I have 9. So I can make a top. They recommend 4.5 or 5 millimeter needles or hooks. They actually put both on there. So they also put a chart on here, which you don't see often anymore, with how much you would need to make a sweater for children, long sleeve, short sleeve, a vest or spencer. They put it on there for ladies and for gentlemen as well. So it's very all around it. They still sell yarns, just not these kinds anymore. And they actually tell you bol over, geld terug. So which means skein left over, get your money back. Basically. So keep the receipt, you can bring it back. We've had people try it with some vintage yarns. I don't think they accept it, because what are they gonna do with it? But yeah, it should be fun. I'm planning on summer things with these wavy stuff, because I have some more wavy stuff, but this one isn't vintage. This is Vila, which isn't as much wavy as it is fluffy. So I have 6 of these. They are 130 meters or 142 yards. It's an acrylic. 44% acrylic, 35% nylon, which you have some stretch to it, so I can explain that one. There's also elastin in it, which is 6%, and cotton. I'm also planning on a top with this, something without sleeves. Not sure what yet, but we'll get there when we get there. The yarn isn't in anyone's way yet. If I ever need to share my house with someone long term, there's not my friend visiting, I might need a craft room. I might need to clear some stuff out. Yeah, I also got an assorted arrangement of cotton. I have half a bag full of these, so I'm planning on matching them. They're not all the same brand. This is Anno. This is also Anno. This is Vila. This is also Vila, and I think I have some white ones in other brand as well, which I didn't grab. Yeah, combined, I can make something with that. Should be fun. The dominant color is going to be white. So, and these range from 50 cents, 75 cents, 25 cents, something like that. They were really inexpensive. So yeah, and it's just plain cotton, 3.5 needle hook. It's 170 meters or 184 yards. See, I'm learning. And they're all about the same. So I did check that one. And then I have one left over. And I think grocery store used to sell these. It's a sock yarn. And in the original, I think the needles were included. They aren't here. They recommend a 2 or 3 millimeter hook or knitting needle. So, brain part. Yeah, these can go into the washing machine actually for 30 degrees Celsius. There's about 210 meters or 224 yards, something like that. It's 70% wool, superwash, 25% polyamide, and they included the pattern for the socks on the back of the paper. I'm not sure I'm going to use it. I just really like the colors. For socks you can do just about anything, right? Like, who's going to know? No one. No one. Downside to having tea. It's cold way too fast. So let's look at this one. It's someone else's whip in a bag with sheep. So my coworker found this while I was sick. She put it to the side for me so I could look at it, because she remembered me getting all happy over the basket with socks someone else had started. And this is one of those as well. Like, I think they were making a little cardi because it has a front. It also has, and it's a little bit tussled because, yeah. Also started on the other end. So we're about there. Yeah, on this end they are actually knitting lines that are in here. On this one they are using the duplicate stitch. So at some point I can understand them losing their patience with it and just going like egg. But yeah, this is fun, and all the yarns are in here, like not just the open balls, but the closed ones as well, in various colors. So if I were to decide I'm not gonna finish this, because I might, I can still use this, and it is Egyptian cotton mercerized. From Portofino. 100% cotton, 50 grams, is 140 meters or 154 yards. Recommended needle or hook size is a 3 or 3.5. And they are, the only one that doesn't have a full ball is the red one. But there are 2, 4, about 6 closed ones, of 7 actually. I'm holding one of this color, which I can't find. There. It's 1251.9. Oh no, that's the lot number. It's 3537. And this is 3523. And there are some booklets in here. Like, and her drawing about what it's supposed to look like. Because there isn't a pattern. It's based on a chair from Mondriaan. Of nee, this is Rietveld, sorry. So yeah, I don't know if I can finish this, but there are some basic pattern stuff in here as well. which apparently she used. Also notes on which she edited. But this is for a sweater. 1, this is for a sweater. 2, this is for a really geometric pattern, not what she was doing. So I don't know. And it's just the 1 page, not the full pattern. So I'm not sure if I can finish this, even if I wanted to. Like I can guess what she wanted me to do, which is fun. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm that brave. So we'll see. It might just sit here for a while while I think on it. There was also a stitch holder and a tape measure. So which is in centimeters for those who are wondering. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I just think it's really fun to see. Suggestions, I'm open. Let me know. Yeah. There's also a lot of dust in there. So my black pants is like hairy now. Doesn't help that I have a cat. Or 2. So yeah, there you go. Real professional, right? So yeah, I don't do the extending thing at all. Oh well, we're nearly at the end. So I have 2 books and that's it. So these are also thrifted. This is traditional Aran island knitting. This is comes actually with a card, which I think someone bought something knitted, because this says it's a size large and it says the cost on it, I think. It also says the way it's produced, and which I think is fun, and I'm keeping it in there. Aran knitwear is as precious today as it was in medieval times. It is said that in the Book of Kells, Daniel was depicted wearing an Aran jersey with socks to match. Originally, whilst their women folk spun the wool from natural fleece, the fishermen knitted the garments, using goose quills for needles. They evolved a pattern of great beauty, simple as benefited those who lived so close to nature, but symbolic and dignified. Study the stitches in your Aran garment, but they are an allegory of a way of life. They are an Irish heritage. Heritage. I think that's it. So it goes on to explain several stitches in here that are significant. It's also the book. The book shows you several. I am not coming closer because I don't want to get slapped with something. But yeah. And the person who was working on this actually put this in it. So I'm not sure if it should be in here, because it doesn't look... it might be the same, but... I have no idea who Kenny Woolen Mills is as well, so I might need to Google that, but I think I would really look like, did I? But there are some really fun patterns in here. Which at this point I am more of a pattern collector than actually working on the books. But I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one with that issue. So yeah. I got this. Which is Eva, Realm of the Woman. So this is a Dutch knitting book. And it has predominantly baby patterns and stuff like that. This is an oldie. They really did the big things back then. And I do enjoy that. I don't have a baby. If I ever get there, the poor kid, because I can turn out a full blown person's sweater. Imagine what I can do with baby knits, right? And this is a little old. It's getting some tears and stuff, and I'm trying to find a date on this, but I can't. Nope. There was no date on there, but judging by the patterns, it's early. And they're still doing hats and stuff, so 50s, 60s, maybe earlier, maybe later. I'm not that versed in aging patterns, but and everyone I know that was older, that knew how to knit, isn't here anymore, so that's gonna be an issue that will keep continuing on. Only thing I can do is put it next to some magazines that are knitted. Actually, I have some books that are bound, well, that were magazines that are now bound into books, so I could try that. Wait. So yeah, that was all I had for you this month. It isn't even that much of a tsunami of stuff, right? Because for like 2 months of work, I think I did okay. Could have been way worse. So yeah, for this month, my plan is on working on my mom's sweater. Probably gonna reach a point where I need to frog a lot of things to make it work, which I am anticipating, because that's part of just doing stuff for yourself, right? I'm also doing a test for a Canadian designer called Charles Voth, which is a crochet blanket, I didn't bring it over to show because what I have is like this big. And we can save it for next time, right? So yeah. And if I can finish those two, I'm happy. Might work on my sock a little, might not. Like, I'm on the no pressure for the sock thing. It can get finished at its own pace. So yeah, need to make sure that I don't add too much yarn anymore, because I need to get stuff out. But I did a couple of big ones, so this should be fine. I have some leftovers on every single one of them. Yeah, just the hood. I don't have any leftovers on, because I had to omit a couple of rows, because the hood should have been bigger. Like, it was already like way up there, so it should be fine. I need to block my sweater so the sleeves don't. The sleeves are a little bit longer, like there. But that's it. I am currently getting ready for an apocalypse run, which I won't be doing the running. I'm just there to scare people. So yeah, I am making new zombie costume for that one, which I won't share on here because not everybody likes that kind of stuff. I am making some props for the organization as well, and my best friend is coming end of next week because she'll be right there. So yeah, I might be out for the count for a week after that, so should be fun. It is muddy, it is wet, it is cold, so we have all the ingredients going. Friend ordered prosthetic for a wound on her neck. She was planning on making it herself, but it takes a lot of practice and a lot of time, and the big boss wants us there early. So just sticking on a patch and just making sure it isn't visible is probably the best thing. I'm doing some SF things on my face with liquid latex, with fake pus and blood and stuff and other grime to make it creepy. Creepy. So yeah, should be fun. So tomorrow I will be going to either Schiermonnikoog or to Schelling, I'm not sure yet. Just to do an outing with myself. I have 2 weeks off work, especially for this. If I go to Schiermonnikoog, I will just hang out and ride in a cafe and walk on the beach and stuff. I will bring my knitting, of course, but whether or not I'm going to get a lot of work done is the second thing. If I go to Terschelling, I might go into a yarn shop there, which I just said I don't need to add more yarn, but my birthday's coming up, right? And they also have a second-hand bookstore there, Manager's Cat, which is fun. If I decide one or the other, I guess we'll see the result in the next episode, because if I do go into a yarn shop, chances are I'm gonna buy some local yarn. That's it for me. So I hope everyone is well. If you enjoyed this episode, if you did, let me know, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Also, tell me happy birthday. It's Saturday.